Everyone, this is Eric back with all replay back on this 2008 Dodge Nitro, man. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to replace this steering rack in here. I went ahead and got some specialty tools. I'll show you like the rack, the tie rod ends that I got, and the tools. My garage is a mess right now, but here's the rack. You know, this came from Cardone, and you know everything's been remanufactured or rebuilt. It's got new boots. I think they changed the seals and everything like that, because mine was clunking in here. That's where mine was, and it was probably just from somebody having the wheels on and just having to sit straight. I don't know. There was an issue with the car before. Anyway, so I got new tie rod ends somewhere around here. Oh, tie rod ends down in here. That's going to get put on. So that's here. I got some Moog, and you know they take the grease fitting. Oh, were they already packed with grease? Huh. So anyway, I'll take a look and see. They already might have some grease in it. But I got some ATF to put back in the actual lines. Then I had to go to, I went and got a grease gun from Home Depot with some heavy duty grease, okay, to pack them. I got a tie rod end separator. Got that from O'Reilly's. I had to get a 15/16 wrench to hold the top of the boat for the bolts that bolt the rack into the frame. I already had this 13/16 that before taking the tie rod nuts loose, and you know just probably just miscellaneous wrenches, and I got you know a little beaten hammer. I gotta see if I got a hammer here, but I had to get a crow's foot to take the lines loose. So this is gonna be my first thing to see. They say it's an 18mm, so if you don't have this tool, you're probably not going to replace your rack, okay? So this is probably one of the specialty tools that you gotta have. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this loose, put it on the wrench, and see if I can pop these lines loose, and then go from there. All right, so this is something I'm going to do is go ahead and lube these bolts up. You can probably see this a little bit better with some WD-40. That way when I go to try to take this loose, it'll make it a little bit easier. So doing the tie rod ends, you can probably see down right there is already lubed up too. So just spraying them all down, man. So let me go ahead and see about getting these lines loose up here. All right, so it's probably hard to see, but I got my ratchet with an extension. I got the crow's foot. You may be able to see sitting on the actual, maybe you'll see if I put it up in there like this. But it's sitting on the actual line. Oh, there you go. Y'all can probably see that right there. Better than I can from here. Yep, and I'm gonna break this line and the other line loose. So this tool right here is a must, man. To break those power steering lines loose, you gotta have a crow's foot. Now y'all should be able to see the lines are loose right there from the actual power steering rack. All right, now I'm going to take these bolts out that are holding the rack to the actual frame of the car or the SUV. I got a wrench, a 5/16 wrench already stuck here. It's kind of holding against this. And then I basically got this breaker bar from O'Reilly's, man, and the 15/16 you know socket, basically turning that big old nut and you know breaking it loose. So I'll go ahead and take these two out and then we'll go from there. All right, so I got that one nut out and I started loosening this one, but before I got too far, I want to go ahead and start working on this tie rod end. So I want to go ahead and get both of these nuts loose on the tie rod end. So basically I got a 10mm socket with a 3/8" ratchet, and they got the 13/16 wrench here. And basically that this ratchet's hitting against the rim, right? So basically I could just take this wrench and just turn it, and you know what I mean, like if I can get y'all in there, and then this is loosening it up because it's holding that you know tie rod in a sense. So let me see if I can show it to y'all. You know, so basically just go ahead and work this loose, and then I'm gonna try to loosen it while the freaking wheel is on. I don't see any reason to take the wheel off right now. So we'll figure that part out, but I may have to end up taking the wheels off. But let's go ahead and get this loose, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I ended up taking the wheels off, man. It's just easier, and I'm at to loosen these tie rod ends. That's the last little part to go, basically. I mean, and it's easier if I just got a wrench right here, you know what I mean, to go ahead and take it. This one I don't really have to hold it. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this loose, and then knock these out or push these out, then take the rack out. That's there. That's loose now, and put a new one in. All right, well, I got two tools from O'Reilly's, and they're just not the right size for this big old SUV. They're made for like little Hondas or something like that. So anyway, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm actually taking the floor jack, putting it underneath the castle nut on the tie rod end, bottom bolt, that's connected to the control arm. And basically I'm taking the 5/16" wrench, putting it in between where the actual bushing is, in a sense. And I'm just basically just jumping on it and I'm loosening it. So show you real quick. So you can see I got the jack underneath right now, putting pressure on the bottom of this. Let me see if I can catch a little light around here. Maybe y'all can see a little better. See what's going on there. Okay, there you go. And basically I got this 5/16" wrench, and basically I'm just gonna beat that in, and with this little sledgehammer, and then I'm gonna just step on it to release it. Basically, just like this. I'm gonna have to get on in there a little bit better, but that's how the other one broke loose. So let's see if I can catch it on camera this time. Basically, I'm just putting my weight on my body here to pull it up. There it is. All right, so this one's out. You should do both of these first before you actually take the power steering rack loose from the frame. All right, so the old rack is out, but the new rack does not have these bushings on it, so I got to take these bushings out. Basically, I'm taking this tie rod separator and using that to hit it to get these pins out. And I already got one pin out here. It just slides out the bottom. And got to take these bushings out. So I'm probably going to end up folding these up and pulling them out that way. And I may not have to get that nut off, this locking nut, if this will come off. So let's see what happens. All right, so I went ahead and got this nut off the old one. Basically, I just took a wrench to this. I screwed this all the way tight on the old one, so it'll grab right here. And then I just basically took a wrench and broke this other one loose. I know that it's about an inch in or so. So right there, I'm going ahead and put the grease fitting in and screw that in. Then we're going to put these rubber pieces in here and put it back in the car. All right, so I got these rubber little inserts out of where it connects to the actual frame. This rack connects to the frame. I find that what you got to do is take some WD-40, push it in the bottom, push it in the top. And what I did was take this tie rod separator and I just kind of folded it a little bit and pushed it out, and it pops right out. So putting it back in, it slides in. I'm gonna slide this pin back in there and go from there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this rack back in with a new one. Man, I'm tired, so it's getting late. I'll catch y'all in a little bit. All right, so I'm getting these nuts torqued to about 120 foot-pounds, they say. I believe this is about 50. Then we got to slide the cotter pin in, and I already went ahead and put some grease in with the new grease gun on top to kind of fill this, you know, kind of joint and whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and lock all these down too. So go ahead and put all this back together, and got the lines up here nice and tight. We're gonna fill it back with some power steering fluid and go from there. So I got everything back together, the wheels back on. I'm gonna just bump the starter to kind of prime the system for this power steering, get this fluid going in there. And then I'll let it run once I just kind of bump the key, get it going. And then we'll take it for a test drive, see how it is. Let all that bleed. So we got all bled. I'm gonna go take it for a test drive. Appreciate y'all checking out. Check out the other videos, man. I'm gonna start doing some easier stuff. I may do the control arms. I may see about somebody actually doing it, but we'll go from there.